Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Essentials.tf. We got some fresh faces on the broadcast. We're going to be casting the Kyle Flight Experience versus Cat Noises Black, right? That's the game we're doing?
No, it's Cat Noises Black versus Portland Burnsiders.
Portland Burnsiders. Ah, okay. So, might be wondering who we are. We haven't been on broadcast the entire time. It's because we're actually been playing the tournament. So, I'm Electroheart.
And I'm Alfredo Dan.
And we're playing on Zone 6, which you've probably seen us on broadcast. We've been doing a little trolling, but we're here to talk on the mic today. So, I'm very excited for this game. Both these teams finished pretty middle of the pack in the group, so they're actually in like the real meat and potatoes of this LAN, where I think like the LAN actually gets really interesting.
Yeah, and this is the decider. You know, kicks people. I shouldn't say kick people out. Once this match is over, they're done.
Yeah, the loser of this match goes home. This is the first elimination match of the LAN. So, loser of this goes home. It'd be sad to see one of these two teams go home because they were both very fun to play in the groups.
They've kicked ass, tried to make it way all the way through from hardened stone.
Yes.
You know.
And, so I don't have the rosters in front of us, but I think 503 is one of those like mixed teams that kind of formed at the beginning of the last RGL season to play for this LAN, and they were surprisingly good. I think they kind of caught us off guard with they were surprisingly coordinated.
Sniper.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and then they had some sniper shenanigans when we played them in the groups. So it'll be like one of those things that we got to watch out for. Because Rena Light is a pretty good sniper. He's got very fast reaction time. He rolled me. We played them on process. I picked him in rollout, and I was like point blank headshot. And I was like, what the heck, man? So it'll be interesting to see how they do, especially in a longer series where and especially in longer series, like you can slow the game down more. Like in a groups match, like a lot of times it's like, okay, we can just run at them. It's like a low stakes game. Like it doesn't really matter. Like
it's just
what really matters.
seeding.
Yeah, it really matters for like the seeding, but once you're out of the seeding, once you're in the bracket, especially when you're in an elimination game,
this is do or die.
Yes, it is do or die. So, especially for the people that have not played on a LAN before. I don't know how many people have been to LANs before on the team. I know
Rain of Light,
Nixia, Beal have all been to LANs before.
Right.
I know Mario Man's, he's casted at LANs. I don't know if he's played at LAN before.
I think he played the last one.
Did he? I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
So, I'm not up to date on my TF2 player lore, unfortunately. And then who is on Cat Noises Black? Do you know any of the players?
I know it's Anna, Gabby, Hong. He goes by someone else. The Benny, Minion Carnage, Johnson Bowling. Is that
on Cat Noises?
Yeah.
We just played Cat Noises and he wasn't there. I thought he was
I think he's the one who dodged.
Is he?
Yeah, there's been some shenanigans going on with that.
Maybe we can make a request to production. If you could shoot a message to production, maybe we can get the rosters. We can be a little more confirmed because, like I said, as much as we've been playing the teams, everybody's had silly aliases all of LAN. So just because they have an alias config for the broadcast, at least I believe they did. They didn't have in the last match.
Well, not for the last one we were casting. We were laughing about that.
Yeah. So sometimes you have a silly name on broadcast. It happens. But yeah, I'm very excited to watch these two teams because especially like I said, these are two of the teams that finished pretty close to each other. I believe Portland finished 5th. It was 5th and 3rd seed, right?
Yeah, 5th and 3rd.
Yeah. So like I said, and like the middle of the pack is like really like where the meat and potatoes happen. Like neither of the teams went winless, but neither of the team really contested the top two teams. Like Z6 and G6, they didn't really get touched by either of them. I don't think they dropped rounds. So
I'm just looking at the interaction here from groups. So we can have this knowledge here.
Yeah, I believe that Cat Noises Black beat Portland in the groups, because I believe Portland got 1 win.
Yes, it was 1-4. I don't know what match.
1-4. So 1-4, especially, I mean, it's hard to know without like looking at the logs, but 1-4 scoreline tells me it was like not...
It's 30 minutes for sure.
It was like one-sided.
Well, it could have been Koth, actually.
Yeah, it could have been Koth, but it tells me that it was either like, it wasn't completely one-sided, it wasn't like a 5-0, but it also tells you that, it could have been slow. Like I said, it's hard to know without like exact context, but like it tells me that like it wasn't a completely one-sided match.
Right. Yeah.
So, and there's a decent amount of rounds, so it wasn't especially slow. Unlike some of the group games, I don't know who would ever finish a group game that was really slow.
But the last one. That last one was fun.
Yeah. The last game of groups, you get a little silly on broadcast, so.
Just having fun. Even though it was, I should say a throwaway match, it was still to see who's first seed or second seed.
It really was, though, to be honest, because it's like you play 3rd or 4th seed, depending. It didn't matter for it because like we were both guaranteed 1st and 2nd seeds.
We just had some fun with it.
Because we were both undefeated until that point. We were the only two teams undefeated, so we were guaranteed 1st and 2nd seed just to who got what. So, like I said, that's why we got a little silly because it genuinely did not matter between Zone 6 and G6 in the groups, but it does matter for these teams. So now that we're in the actual bracket stage,
not much to talk about here.
Yeah. So. I guess we can talk about like the rest of the bracket. So we watched our upper bracket game. So we played.
I believe the other team went. I'm gonna look real quick as well to see who won that match.
Yeah. So the other lower bracket game actually happened off stream.
Yeah. So
in the break.
What happened is the Cat Noise is Black lost a player, which don't ask me how you dodge land at land. Has to be a first.
Yep.
So they lost.
Especially after playing groups with that player.
Yeah. So now they're ringing a player from the Kyle Flood experience, I believe. And they just won their round. So this is going to be interesting if the Cat Noises win again. Who are they going to ring again for their match if they win?
Well, they could look at one of the two teams that was eliminated.
Yeah.
Or they could look at one of the teams that's still in the bracket that is playing in the upper bracket. And after,
well, no, because we'll be playing at the same time.
Are we playing upper bracket round 2 at the same time? Okay, so then they wouldn't be able to. They'd have to look at somebody who was eliminated from the bracket.
Right.
Maybe they get X-Time in. They give X-Time a break from the broadcast. Yeah. I know he was joking around with like one of the teams that was like looking for a player last minute, like, yo, I could sub in if it's only for a couple games here or there. But I also know he has a very busy schedule because he's a very talented man. So
he's got his Yao sauce to sell.
Yes. I have yet to try it. I actually do want to talk to him about trying it. It's just like every time that like I've seen X-Time not on the broadcast, it's like, oh, we have 2 minutes till game. We're like, we got to go live right now.
Yeah.
So
he's killing it right now on the other stream there.
Yes.
The DreamHack Clash.
Let's say go watch DreamHack Clash stream if you want to see the GOAT himself. So he's really like the dad of esports if you think about it, you know?
Yeah. He
like,
pioneered it. Pioneered TF2, and he still supports TF2, you know?
I was going to say, the very first game of TF2 that I ever watched was X-Time Casting. I can't remember what it was, but I remember X-Time Casting, and then being like, years later being like...
I remember his interviews.
Yes, his interviews are legendary.
Yeah.
The I-58 interviews with Paul Sinamuma, those are really good ones. So, legendary moments of TF2 history. So we are just waiting for a couple more things to happen for the teams to get in the server and a couple more things for production before we go live. But like I said, this will be an interesting game because it is going to be best of 3. I don't know, do we have any information on pick bans?
I believe the teams are still setting up is what I'm looking at right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can kind of talk about like the two teams from what we saw. Because we do have a lot of experience playing the Cat Noises team. We've played them on 3 maps, which is like half our tournament at this point. The Cat Noises team, they like to try and play really aggressive. They don't know. They're very like strange where they play very baity in like the beginning of team fights, and then they just kind of like go. There's like a go button, and then like one soldier goes forward, like the other soldier like jumps to fade, and then like they kind of walk across as like a unit. I think we read that really well. I mean, they did not work.
They kind of just fell apart. They just crumbled like a block of Jenga.
I was gonna say I did the high underscore bomb and landed behind them and kind of shot them in the back. So
I just walked forward. Demo man scout or soldier combo. Pretty easy.
So dude, I forgot how much fun Roamer is on land. It has been a long time since I've gotten to play not only soldier at land but Roamer. I think I was looking it up. The last time I played Roamer was actually ESEA. So
wow. I mean, yeah, you played Pocket. It wasn't Roamer.
Nah, I've been a Pocket only player.
I think.
I played Pocket in season 8 and then for gaming in season 5 of.
So
but
it was
gaming was one of those interesting seasons where it's like I played Pocket in the preseason and then ended up switching to Scout like right before the season started. Played Scout for most of the season. Played Soldier for like a week and then played Medic until playoffs. And then I couldn't play playoffs, but
happens. Yeah.
You know, it do be that way. So, but yeah, like I said, we are just waiting for the teams to get in the server and to do their pick bans. So, hopefully, be going live not too much later, but in the meantime,
I don't know.
How's your DreamHack experience been?
It's been
so
good.
Far?
Second land for me, at least. So I know you've been to a few yourself. As you see, I'm repping the local host land from the previous one.
Yeah, so I'm rocking the tip of the house. This is the 2017 shirt. Yeah, the 2017 shirt. So it's getting old. This was the first year I started playing TF2.
Yeah.
So
you're an old man. I'm the Zoomer.
Oh, I'm being told to check the channel by production. Hold on. 7-minute delay till the start of the match. Short break.
It's on you.
I think we're going to throw it to a quick break here because we do have to wait for the teams to do pick bans, and we're still waiting for them. And if you couldn't already tell, we are trying to stall for time on broadcast. So we will be back in, I think we're going to call it a 5-minute break. 5-minute break sound good? Yeah, I'm getting I'm getting the green light from production. So we're going to throw it to a 5-minute break, and hopefully the teams will have sorted their pick bans and be in the server by then. And we'll be back with the action. Like I said, it'll be Cat Noises versus 503.
Yep. 503, yep.
So in 5 minutes, we'll be back with 503. See you then. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Essentials.tf. A little bit longer than a 5-minute break because we had to figure out some stuff between the teams. We actually do have a little bit of roster switch up between the teams. Sorry. So we'll run down the two teams. As we mentioned 100 times earlier, we are casting the Portland Burnsiders versus Cat Noises Black. Burnsiders roster is the same 6 people, but we do have a switch up of classes for people. So to run down their roster, they have Nixia Dash playing Flank Scout, they have Rainalate on Combo Scout. That's not changed, although Nixia is no longer playing Medic for Cat Noises Black. They have the Real Wiener switching from Demo to Pocket Soldier, and Mario Mans will be switching from Pocket Soldier to Demo. So switch up on that end, and then they keep Bacon Blitz and Anomi? Is that how you say that?
Yeah, Anomi, yeah.
So, as the Roamer and Medic, respectively. So,
for Cat Noises, we have Gabby, Anna, Serial with an I. Serial I? How do you say that?
Cereal with an I at the end. Yeah, just Cereal.
Mur, Baba, and they have Millie from the Kyle Flood Experience subbing in as their Medic.
So, despite the last time we saw Cat Noises Black on broadcast, we saw Nixia Dash playing Medic for them. I don't know who originally their Medic was, but they have decided they no longer want to play the tournament, so we'll be running down
Land
a set
Dodger.
Yeah.
At LAN.
It might be a first, honestly. I've never heard of like a TF2 player like showing up, playing the first part of LAN, and then proceeding to dodge the rest of LAN. Yeah. Dodging after showing up to LAN.
Yeah, once you're at LAN. Which
that is a first.
Absolutely no sense.
I've heard of no such things. So,
first thing for everything.
While we're at it, we actually do have our map pick bans. So, the maps that we are going to be seeing is Snakewater, Gully, and Process, which
Pug maps.
Pug map trifecta, which is a lot of what you see at these lands, though, because it's like, unless you're like an established team, right? Unless you're like, we've played a lot of like the maps, and you typically don't want to go to like King of the Hill, because those are like higher levels of coordination. It's like, just play what we're comfortable on. Like, even if they're going to be good on it, like, you know, it's our bread and butter kind of thing.
Right. So yeah, starting off with Snakewater.
That's not a surprise, considering Cat Noises Black, I assume, is Team B. They got to pick they got to pick they'll be the first pick of maps, and that's what they picked.
On us. Yeah.
Yes. So that is indeed what they picked against Zone 6 when they played them in the upper bracket. So that's not a surprise. I am surprised to see Gully though, because I believed we
haven't seen Gully at all. So what is that, map 2? So we'll actually see Gully.
Yes,
I think.
I was gonna say we have not played.
We have not. Sorry, I should rephrase.
I was gonna say like our team has been like fiending to play on it, but everybody in group seems to be banning it. Yeah. So it does look like we are going live with the first rollout. So quick prediction, Dan. While we're rolling out to this first mid, what's the score for the first map?
Score for first map. I'm thinking it's gonna be I got a 4-1.
A 4-1.
Maybe a 5-1.
Run it back from group. So we are gonna be on Mario Man's POV, waiting for an arrow, down so weak, down to 20 HP, waiting for an arrow, not getting healed, still 20 HP sitting in their lower.
Dodging rockets. Oh my.
We are gonna see the double bomb. We're gonna get bomb, never gets healed, as we are gonna see 3 go down on the side of Portland, as Nomori 30 HP and a Dream leaving lower, as Nixia is going to get cleaned up. 4K for Anna on that mid. And I was going to say one of the things I did not get to mention. Oh no, getting chased on Nomori is not going to make it out. Actually going to go down to Gabby. So good awareness there to see that the medic had left the mid pretty late and was actually able to get caught. But I was going to say Anna was one of the more standout players from when we had played this Cat Noises Black team, both in groups and in the bracket, as one of the more standout players for them.
Yeah, I mean, Cat Noises Black, clean mid, just to mention that real quick for you. And they only lost, one player, Mur, for that, as a team whole wiped, especially with the late med death. Yeah, so this should be a clean Uber, as long as they spot every off-class here.
They are going through Shutter. They have just popped off their Uber. It looks like they're trying to deal with the Heavy. They are going to catch Reyna late on Heavy. Not able to get into the spawn doors to switch, and we're going to see the double bomb on the left. They're going to get so much damage. There's so much damage on the left spawn door. Nobody's able to get out to contest, and the Cat Noises Black is actually going to take the first round.
Clean mid from them, especially with that late med death, which was just quite unfortunate for that.
Yeah, having buffs on the last is so incredibly important, especially for your soldiers. Having your soldiers buffed for the last hold is especially important, and with a late medic death, that's not going to happen. So the soldiers were cleaned up on mid, and they were not able to make anything happen on last for the hold. So we are going to be going into the second mid. We're going to see Baba here shooting some stickies across Mario Man's weak once again.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't dodges more rockets to try to catch an arrow, which he does get the arrow here, and he's probably going to push forward with his team here, as it looks like we only have 1 pick so far, and that's Bacon Blitz killing Anna, and Cat Noises Black, they're just going to back up from that 1 pick.
Yeah, and I think that's a smart move, especially when you lose your combo scout like that so early in the mid. Just, leave, we can set up on second, we get to You have all the time that they're spending capping to buy for our respawn, so by the time they actually cap, our players probably spawned and are either rolling out or already here. So I like that call. It was very decisive. They left early, and I actually see Anamori has a small Uber disad. Millie has actually been doing about 20 ad from building. We are going to see the sack. Reina Light's going to go in. Wiener's going to get in. He's getting so deep. Millie down to 42 HP, but does not pop through Uber. Able to get that health back and just live, and then actually became a 3-man sack out of the side of Portland. So CatNoise's Black actually has a huge advantage here. So I assume that we're going to see Portland trying to look for an exchange.
Oh, this is Nixia.
Nixia on the flank does not get in. I think that's a bit of a misplay. I think Nixia should have been looking for an exchange there, and Mario Man's going to get caught out too. That has to be, and Onomura is going to get forced anyways. This is an absolute disaster for Portland. That is not what you want to see at all from them.
Yeah, we do have Serial also behind undetected, as Reina Light has already pulled out the sniper here.
We mentioned it before the break here. Reina Light is a very good sniper. Onomori's going to go down, scout in his face, not able to find that shot. Those are very difficult shots to hit. And so Serial going to collect a 2K in a 1v1 in lower, going to get interrupted. No honor from the soldier, going to interrupt the scout 1v1. As we are going to see Serial and Anna go down. So it's actually going to be difficult for CatNoise to try and push her. It is 4v3. They do have their heals up still. No scouts. Yeah, but no scouts for the cleanup. No stickies. I believe there's stickies above that door. Gabby's going to get through, high bombing in, not going to get air shot.
With no presence from any projectile, it was just free to walk in there. As Mur is able to actually pick up the real Nixia there.
Yeah, and again, like, Portland had such a good advantage. They were able to get into mid, but they're just not able to reset after they sent that 3-man. And so they are going to stagger the next 2 points, just continuing to feed players. Reina Light once again spawning on Sniper on last. I like this, although I think an Engineer or Heavy would be a little bit better. Oh, the medic crossed, but not able to find that shot. Tragic, as they are going to have full Uber. They're gearing up to go Shutter side once again. The push last time was really clean. They're going to pop through. Demo bombing the spawn door. Good first step. They're going to catch Bacon Blitz. Bombing to the other side. This is a textbook Uber into Snakewater last. Hits 2 pipes. Cleans up 2, sticking up the point. That is exactly what you want to see out of a demo on Snakewater last.
Yeah, it was just clean from Baba there. Baba was just also just dealing a lot of damage there. Is going to get the rest of the team to clean that up.
Yeah. So he catches the soldier on the right side that was trying to stuff the shutter, rebombs to the other side, finds a ton of damage and gets the kills. So once again, CatNoise is up, or once again, CatNoise wins the round. They are going to be up 2-0 coming into the third mid here. And we've seen quite the 2 extreme mids where we saw Portland go really aggressive and both their soldiers got cleaned up, and they kind of just fell apart from there. And then we saw CatNoise's feed 1 and hold second before the exchange happened, or the lack of exchange happened. So Mario Man's once again eating a lot of damage early in the mid. Baba finding a lot of damage on Mario Man early in these mids. Mario Man's going to be returning some of the damage, though. They are going to get a cross point. Yeah, but they are going to get a cross point. Like I said, Baba's going to go down, but that's the only consolation prize that Portland's going to go down. They had a pretty successful double bomb. They were able to find Baba almost instantly in that mid, but no other consolation prizes.
As we see, at least no one's a late death. We have Gabby trolling their teammate there.
Sometimes you steal your roamer's pack and you have the taunt. Let them know.
As long as you're not stealing your demo's pack.
Those are my packs. Yeah. And so we are going to see CatNoise getting into lobby here.
And the Burnsiders, they have a Pyro, Reina Light on Pyro, and Nixia on Sniper. I think this Pyro is right side, and this actually looks pretty interesting positioning they're holding here on the right side.
Oh, they are going to get Serial going down early here.
Yeah, they're all on the right. They have one person.
I don't hate the decision from the Pyro, but they've gone left every single time. They are going to switch it up, and they are going to go lower. The Pyro is going to be disrupting the Uber, but Baba's going to get in, find a clean 2 stickies onto Anomi, as they are going to be just having a post fight here, top left, finding so much damage with the stickies, not able to find a pipe to finish off the Pyro, but Millie goes down, Anna goes down. Everybody's so weak on the side of CatNoises, but pressure on the point is going to force players in. It's actually become a 2v2, as we are going to see the real winner, 14 HP, able to defend his last with the help of Nixia, as Sirius will be the only person up. And it should be a push out of last for Portland here.
Oh no.
Oh no, no.
The medic comes to stand on point. So and gets the achievement too with the bone saw.
The bone saw. Well, that is absolute Giga Chad right there. I have not seen any medics at the land running the bone saw. So running a little bit of an off meta pick, not running the Solemn Vow. It's actually like
not the Solemn Vow or the Uber saw.
Yeah. So as you are going to see, even Ubers here for the 2 teams. So Portland trying to capitalize off their scout pick. Syria does spawn in 1.
Oh, did you see the soldier flanking?
Murr's going to go down, and they are getting absolutely destroyed in the doorway. Kitchen's a tough doorway to push when you have just a scout pick. You still have all the spam classes spam that tiny doorway. Bacon Blitz is going to go down. They trade 1 for 1. There's going to be a scrappy DM fight here on mid. They're able to get through the doors, are Portland, so it's going to come down to a matter of focus fire. Serial and Baba are going to go down. Gabby's going to be the follow, and it's just Anna alive. Anna's going to get the consolation prize at Nixia, but it's Reina Light with heals versus Anna. Not looking the greatest here. Anna's going to opt to back out, gets the pack, but Reina Light forgot about them. Going to find a good 70 damage shot into Anom. Anomi. Oh my gosh, I'm having an impossible time pronouncing that. And Anna's going to go down to Reina Light. Reina Light's going to clean up Mur as well, able to win it out with the heals. It's exactly what you want to see out of a scout. If you're a scout with heals and you have to fight a 2v1 like that, that's exactly what you want to do. Your damage is permanent.
Absolutely. That too, damage is permanent.
So, just prolong that fight, really play your heals advantage. Although that was very scary for a moment because I think Reina Light, I don't know, just forgot about them or thought they were going to leave. And
yeah,
Anna got
a good play from Anna.
Yeah.
Fake out play.
Looks like we have a pause. You know, it wouldn't be a proper lane cast without a pause.
Even if it's for half a second, like
yes.
ours.
So,
sure, we'll find out why soon.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get a nod from production of when we understand why. Oh, we are going to unpause, so it looks like a very quick pause and unpause. So, we're going to be going back live with the game. Oh no, Baba's going to drop a Nomi with the trap. Nobody cleared traps before the medic came through. Millie's going to be the target here for Portland. They're going to be trying to sell out. They're going to get Baba, but they're going to lose 3 for this as the real wiener are going to get caught in lower. Reina Light is the only survivor. He is flanking. He's in cheese. I think they know about it though, given the soldiers jumping them. Going to jump over the soldier head, find some decent damage to them. Pretty good jukes there. They are going to get into a 1v1 with the buff scout. Anna has a massive advantage here. Good first shot from Reina Light. Reina Light down to 4 HP. Almost wins that despite the extreme health advantage for Anna. But
10
the buff,
HP.
yeah, 10 HP, but the buff proving to be stronger than the mechanics in that case. So we are going to see the shoes on the other foot now. Cat Noises, Black has the full Uber advantage pushing into second. We are going to see the high bomb from the soldier. Other soldier's going to be jumping in.
No one sees the soldier on pipe.
Yeah, soldier through cheese, completely unseen. Just spotted now, going to find so much damage in upper lobby. Gets the real wiener, going to find damage on the demo as well. No HP to keep going for, but it's going to keep occupying that space in cheese. 5 HP, going to make it out. Oh, gets cleaned up.
By this flanking soldier.
Yeah. Flanking the flankers. Good fadeaway rocket from Bacon Blitz, but Mur and Baba go down. It's a 4v4 here, but Nixia gets caught in lower. Able to clean up the fragment. Baba not able to get away from clean here. Reina Light on Sniper, not able to drop the medic before they pop off their Uber, and they're going to be cleaning up here. It's going to be a scrappy DM fight. Reina Light completely on an island alone, going to be a free pick as the pressure comes in on the point. Cat Noises is up 3-0 in a very quick 10 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, trying to see what differently they can do here so they can pick themselves up.
And that looks like where the pause happened. So the pause happened after the round. So.
Anyone leave?
It didn't seem
no, I think they just attack pause. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, if you go down 3 rounds in 10 minutes is perfectly normal to attack pause. Yeah. You've got to figure out what's going wrong and fast. So Baba, a little bit of a beefed rollout here. Going to do an extra sticky jump. Gets the mid at 127 HP. He's still going to be faster than Mario Man's. Finds a really good first sticky, but Mario Man's going to return the favor as Baba's going to be getting healed. You can see the quick double bomb in. Bacon Blitz instantly going to take down Baba. Millie's going to return the favor onto Bacon Blitz. We are going to see both soldiers go in as an absolute scrap fest. Reina Light flanking here. Shooting the scout from behind, not able to find the shots that clean up the scout. Gonna regroup with the rest of their team. This is looking really good for Portland if they can get aggressive here, but again, once again, they have the heal advantage on Cat Noises Black. If they can prolong this fight, the damage they do to Portland is permanent. Nixie is gonna be flanking and nobody comes in to help capitalize as they are gonna clean up the real winner, and Reina Light's gonna come in last.
Ooh, does pick up Serial.
Yeah, gets a nice couple shots onto Serial to clean them up. But
so it kind of does slow down Cat Noises Black here.
I was gonna say,
down a scout.
It does seem insignificant that like Reina Light gets the Serial pick, but yeah, you are correct. It does slow them down a lot, which actually is like pretty a big deal. Because if you think about like all the time that Anomi's going to be able to build here, they aren't building, which I think is also a huge mistake. But you know, they could be 30-40% here, right? And by the time they take second and then they get into last, they could have Uber. So that pick not being capitalized off of because the teams aren't building here. And it's going to be taking lobby from Cheese here. I think this is really aggressive. Yeah, I was going to say rotate lower, just take it. This is a little more textbook. They are going to rush through lower, knowing that they do have an advantage.
Reina Light is on Sniper. That does force the pop here as Baba's going to go in without the Uber. Still wrecking house right now. Like, no man's pipes here.
Yeah, and Baba has been absolutely clean on these Snakewater last pushes, finding the target that they're bombing every single time. Almost every single time they bomb on the last, they find a Nomi. Cleans them up, and Cat Noise is going to go up 4-0.
Mario Man's had the sword out there, ready for some action.
But yeah, so if you're Portland, you got to change something right now. The double bomb, you're getting good like initial trades, but it's like the regroup and like the post fight. Cat Noises Black, especially when we played them, did a really good job of making sure both scouts were on the beam and that there was at least like some sort of like pocket happening for the medic late into these team fights, and that's not really happening for Portland, and it shows.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what differently they do at this mid. I'm surprised we didn't see any sniper in the mid. So
it's very tough on this map. I think it's a little more viable on process. We are going to see Bacon Blitz in really early, instantly goes down. Nixie is going to be the one to follow. They are going to find Serial as a consolation prize and a ton of damage on the side of Cat Noises, but not able to get across the fight.
Oh, I didn't even know Gabby's on Pyro.
Oh, I didn't notice that either. The Pyro. Getting a little silly with it.
Yeah,
you know.
Get 2 kills as Portland Burnsiders are completely wiped out here.
Yeah.
So this is not over. They can hold this.
Yeah. but it's not looking good for them. Considering how good Baba and Anna Zubers in the last have been, the pyro taunting. On a scale of 1 to 10, really quick, how was the drip?
The drip on the pyro?
Yeah. Drip check for the pyro.
5. It's a good theme.
Yeah, I appreciate the theme, but... Okay, so
Maybe a bump in the
we are going to
face.
see Nixie on Sniper, so a bit of a change up here. Rena Light is actually going to play Engineers. We are going to see the first defensive off class for Portland that is not a Sniper on last. And the gun's in a really good spot in front of point, although it could be a higher level. The Scout's going to get in top right completely for free on the Sniper. Almost punished. The Scout's going to make it out top right. No, Syria is going to get punished. They are going to lose 2 on the side of Portland. The defense is not looking amazing here. They are going to deal with a sentry gun. The Pyro's going to take the sentry gun. Baba goes down. It is just a scrappy DM fight here. Rena Light on fire, not getting healed, goes down. It is a 2v3. So hurt on the side of Cat Noises Black, but they are going to get on the point. So a quick 5-0 for Cat Noises.
That's the first map going to them.
Yeah,
One more.
and with how quick that map was and how dominant that was, I think you can completely understand why they picked Snakewater as the first map.
I mean, pug map to pug map, so you just want to make it quick and easy. But now this is the Burnsiders pick, so hopefully Gully Wash was the right pick for them.
Yeah, so Gully Wash is going to be our second map. I think it fits a little more to their style. I mean, like, Portland was really going for like a lot of double bombs, and they were looking for like a lot of aggression, but Snakewater mid, especially for mids and for second, is those points are very good for slow defenses. You know, you can set up a soldier on the high ground so when they rush a lane, like the soldier can be above them and drop on them. Same thing where like you have a soldier on bat so they can high bomb and land behind them and kind of
wrap behind.
Yep. So it's one of those things that like Portland was doing really good. They had the really good first step, but they just really weren't prepared for like understanding what their opponent's win condition was, right? And a lot of times, especially for like when you're getting really aggressive like that, it's like, where's a soldier sitting, right? Is there a soldier that's sitting above us with 4 rockets loaded? You know, are we pushing soldiers out of position? Is there a soldier getting behind us? And it's usually what we saw. You usually saw like a counter jump out of one of the players on Cat Noises, or somebody got behind and was completely, you know, free to do whatever they wanted. So, and a lot of times that was Gabby.
You just don't want to leave that opportunity. You know, you want to try to eliminate that person, slow them down. So.
Yeah. So I like the aggression from Portland. I think they had a really good first step, but I think they got like the 6-man hive mind where it's like, they're all trying to commit to one task, and there's nobody that's like, you know,
watching the flank or
say paying attention to the flank.
Everyone's the combo is the problem.
Yes. Yeah. So, and then it was also just like, I don't know, especially the second round, they did like they really struggled to like reset. You know, like they had like what I looked like wanted to be a 2-man, and they ended up losing 3 because Rear Window was trying to jump out lower and ended up getting caught, and then Nixie was not playing with the heals, and then heals left Mario Man's on mid, and then they ended up getting forced in lower anyways.
It kind of just snowballed at some point. So
I was gonna say, just like, I think it's one of those things. It's like you got the aggression part down, you know what you want to be doing, and there's like a decisive call being made, but at the same time, like you need to be, you know, it's you got to walk before you can run. You got to slow down the aggression a little bit, if that makes sense. So
every team plays at their own speed, so there's that too.
Yeah.
So even slowing down a little bit to help your team, you know, catch up. Yeah, you might lose an advantage or 2, but at least you got to that point safely.
Yes. So it'd be interesting, but I think that really plays well for the next map, though, which is going to be Gully Wash. Gully Wash is one of those maps where it is very easy to take things one step at a time, right? You know, look at how do we take second, how do we take mid? And a lot of times, like, those advantages are really easy, I don't want to say easy to negotiate, but they're very simple to negotiate, right? It's like, can we make it through the choke point? Are we occupying the space on the other side of the choke point, right? And so it's, like, very clear. It's like, do we have the conditions to make it through the choke? Do we have conditions to stabilize on the other side of the choke? So I think it'll be good for them. And especially, too, if they want to run a lot of sniper, Gully Wash is very sniper-friendly, whereas...
Big door to choke. Well, big door to big door, actually, even, so...
Yes.
And the second point, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if they slow the game down. Because like I said, especially with Randall, I mean, it's difficult because, I mean, we had this conversation as a team too, when we were discussing off classes, it's very difficult to give up your combo scout to play sniper. Because in most teams, which I'm gonna make an assumption for Portland, you know, you don't want to assume too much, but it's one of those things that's like, in the current meta of TF2, you kind of have to talk as a combo scout, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have to have...
You can't not be quiet.
I was gonna say.
It's just very important.
It's difficult to give up your combo scout if they want to be the one playing sniper, and that's what we're seeing a lot out of Portland. Like, we saw a little bit out of Nixia, and I think it was just like circumstance where it's like, okay, Rena Light is the first one up, like they want to be the one playing heavy or engineer, whatever the the big off class is.
Yeah.
Right. But for the most part, we saw Rena Light sniping, and I think that hurts a lot of your team chemistry. So it's one of those things. It's like, even if they are the best sniper on your team, it's like, do you want to mess with the chemistry of like having to have your flank scout play combo, and then like some cases, like you do see teams where it's like, oh, like a flank scout who's been a combo scout before or is can play combo, right? And and then it's not really a detriment to your team, but I feel
it's such a strong Scout is just a strong class, even if it's like even if you have your medic main calling or anything like that. Scout is just a strong.
I was
class.
gonna say it's one of those things, especially too if you're like not like a. I don't know. Like what we're talking about is like very complicated, and I think especially after you lose a map 5-0 like that, you kind of have to like you got to simplify the calculus. You know, take it back to the basics. Let's not have our combo scout snipe. Let's work on having our combo play together. Let's have our soldier bomb and make space, right? You know, make sure our demo and our scout are walking up to follow up on that space and bailing them out, right? Following up on whatever damage they do. Make sure we're clearing traps for our players.
Yeah.
So, I think it's one of those things you just had to like reassess. Is like I said, even if you're giving up potentially like the smaller advantage sniper, they hit a few more shots here and there, right? Is it really worth it to give up like, you know, working on like really building that chemistry and like, you know, really nailing down the basics?
Yep, absolutely.
So, we are just waiting for the teams to go live in the server, but after map 1, do you have any predictions for Gully Wash?
I mean, I'm hoping that, you know, the Burnsiders at least, you know, they do something, you know, maybe get 2 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, this is their map pick.
Yeah, I'm hoping they take it home.
But I think I do want to see this to be a close series because, like I said, it sucks. As somebody who's been to a LAN before and has won very minimal games or no games at all, I won 2 rounds my first LAN.
Yeah.
So shout out to the gang at RGB1. I don't even remember what our team name was called, but you know, it sucks to go home and not win, you know, a map even, especially in these like do or die. Like, you know, you get really jittery. It's one of those things like you know. I mean, in any game in TF2, it feels bad when you lose, but I think what's really damning to me for Portland right now is that Gully Wash and Snakewater have the commonality. If you lose the mid, you're probably going to lose the round because like Uberad and the last pushes are very simple bread and butter. And we saw on Snakewater, right, the very common, like, you know, demo bombs one side, gets the picks if there's anybody who doesn't kite correctly, and then bombs to the other side and collapses with the rest of the team. And they had that very clearly down. And Portland was not able to kite effectively or not able to find advantages elsewhere in the fight to handle those Ubers. And like I said, Snakewater lasts and Gully Wash lasts. They don't push exactly the same, but a lot of the concepts are very similar.
Okay, yeah. I was just getting a word from production here. We're just waiting a moment because apparently the player has disappeared, but we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, so maybe they are taking a second to hit up Circle K to refuel between the... Because, I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things, especially, too, like, after you get 5-0'd, like, player mentality is, like, really important, I think, in a game like TF2, where it's, like, you want to not overthink things, but you also want to keep your head in the game. So maybe just taking that, you know, quick walk around the venue, get some air, you know, take your mind off the game for a few seconds.
Not
and
really
come back.
Blame anyone.
Yes.
Not even blaming yourself, you know. It's a team game, so... Blame everyone.
Yeah, blame everybody else that's not me. I'm playing perfect TF2.
Yeah. I'm not the problem. You're the problem.
But yeah, so, I mean, it's one of those things that I want to see out of Portland. I do really want to see them slow the game down. Because like I said, Gully Wash is very good for that.
Yeah.
And especially, too, if you want to run a sniper, maybe they make, you know, the change up where you have Nixia play a little closer to heals, you know, and play that structure, and that gives Reyna Light the freedom. Because Reyna Light, at least back from my day, used to be a flank scout. Way back in the day, even when I played with him, which was forever ago. That's some lore. I used to play with Reyna Light many moons ago. But it's one of those things. He was historically like a flank scout player, which really opened him up to play the sniper. And somewhere along the way, he switched over to playing combo. Not really sure when, where, or why, but it does take that option off the table.
I thought he was always a flank scout.
Well, he's been playing combo a lot as of recent. I know. I'm going to throw a season out there. I think it was season 6 of RGL. He played the invite qualifiers. He played on the team with, like, it was him and Carnage on Scout. They had Goldfish.
That would make more sense, though.
I think it was season 6 of RGL.
You might be right. I'm not gonna
I know at that point in time he was playing Combo Scout.
Yeah.
Yeah. It ever gets a little hazy. You know, sometimes you play a lot of TF2 and, you know, the seasons get mixed up. But, like I said, somewhere along the way he made the switch to Combo Scout, and, you know, it is cool to see the flexibility out of the player, but it's also one of those things, like I said, it takes that sniper option off the table for them, so it makes it a little difficult for them to slow the game down, especially on a very sniper-friendly map like Gully Wash. But Gully Wash is also one of those maps that, like, you know, if your two-man sacks are really strong, right, then, like, Gully Wash can be a very bread-and-butter map pick. There are a lot of teams that are excellent at Gully Wash that don't run any outclasses.
Right, yeah, because, well, you just, the game is just so high-paced sometimes, you know? And even Gully Wash can be so slowed down, so you just...
Well, like I said,
take it slow, yeah.
I think one of the bigger differences is like between Snakewater and Gully, even though we have mentioned some other commonalities, is like Snakewater is a very open map. There's a lot of part of spots of the map that are very open, whereas Gully Wash, like the choke points are very confining, right? Like the areas that the choke points themselves are very, very tight, right? And then the areas around those choke points are also usually very tight, like particularly like the choke from like second to mid, right? Like you think about like if you're pushing into mid, not only to get to the choke point, but there's also like a bunch of like sub choke points right on the other side of that. So it's not like you have to make it not only through one choke, but multiple chokes and be able to sustain on the other side of them. And so, I mean, if people are throwing in two-man sacks, right, then you get play a little more fast and loose with the rules, because a lot of times it's very difficult to hold doorways. Maybe you find like a player isolated that's like peeking the flank trying to get information or whatever. But then again, if you're 6 up and you have a sniper, then it can be really difficult to negotiate because, especially on Gully Wash, one of the things that's really important about those choke points is there are a lot of trap opportunities.
Yep.
So the first map was pretty back and forth. We didn't really see any stalemates, so we didn't really get to see any like trap opportunities.
One trap kill?
Yeah, we did see the one med drop.
The one that kind of killed the.
But I was gonna say something at me when we played Cat Noises is I died to traps like 3 different times.
Yeah.
I would just like pogo into a flank and then just get blind at, or like.
People just don't realize how powerful Demo Man really is at LAN. Because you have the ability to watch someone else's screen while being able to be safe. Because I feel like is a lot of problem with a lot of Demo Mans these days.
I was going to say, our team in particular is so metagame where it's like, all right, we have to have our demo sit next to one of our flank
I was saying that. I was saying to our
like
team, I'm like, let me sit here next to my roamer and my flank scout. Combo, you can, F off on the other side.
Yeah. So.
It's just so great.
But yeah, like I said, it is like one of those things, like I said, especially on a map like Gully Wash. Gully Wash has, especially when you are holding mid and like a team is trying to push second into mid and you're the team holding mid, there are tons of opportunities for traps, and Baba has some nasty traps from what we've seen. And we are going to be going live. Quick score prediction as we do go to the first rollout.
Hoping for a 5. Oh, we got Baba.
Baba's
instantly denied. They have a roster switch up, by the way, on the Cat Noises, Burnsiders here. As we just see chaos going through. Bacon Blitz is going to go down, which is the med for Burnsiders here. And, Anna's also going to go down. So this is looking pretty strong for Burnsiders as they own the mid here on Gully Wash.
Yes, we are going to see Millie live, though. So Millie and Gabby are in their choke. Oh, no, they're on the wrong side of mid. They went to the other team's choke. They're actually in Portland's choke, so they are going to be trying to cap mid, but there are more players on second for Portland, so they are going to have a cap advantage here.
Yeah, they just opted back out to last. They do have the Uber advantage here, as we're going to see Rain of Light going to go down to Anna, as I think that was Baby Door? I don't know where that was.
Yeah, they made it out through Baby Door, because everybody on Portland stayed together and just got on the point. We are going to see Nixia going down, not opting to try and stay on 2 despite being 12 HP. Baba here, going to be sticking up lower, making sure that nothing gets behind them. But I do want to talk about that mid for a moment. That was an ambitious bomb, let's say, from Baba.
From Baba.
Which is
you want to at least get, a few rounds before you do that stuff.
I appreciate the confidence, though. Rain of Light going to be sniping in the forwards here. Kind of an awkward angle to be sniping on the point. Does see the Demo Man. Oh, barely pops that gap.
Oh, wait, he popped. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that I was expecting a drop. I was 100% sure Billy was going to drop there, but pops that Uber right as Rain of Light gets the ping. I don't even think they noticed the sniper forwards, but we are going to see the real winner. Going to get caught out on second here, juggled in by some stickies. Mur's going to clean up the damage from Baba, as Baba's going to be jumping forward here. A little more appropriate timing on a bomb forward this time.
Yeah, as looking like the Burnsiders are going to back up here into last with Uber now this time. As Cat Noise is black, they do not have Uber. Mur is going to go down to Rain of Light, running into the combo there. And it just looks like Cat Noise is black is going to be back there. As Serial is also behind here. Oh, is that
and Gabby drop. Oh, no.
Oh, I thought that was a spoon. It was a drop, though.
Yeah, Gabby is going to take down Bacon Blitz. Serial is going to last, but Portland has 3 players on last here. So with those spawns coming up, going to be impossible for Serial to get a back capture. Going to see if they can just get out. They are just going to be delaying an upper, but I think this is actually a poor choice. I think he's going to try and make something happen and die and try and reset with your team. Or live long enough that your team can stabilize. Gonna get in onto the demo, but not gonna find that kill. Baba's gonna find Rain of Light in the meantime, so trading a scout for a scout.
And as you're saying before, Rain of Light, if he's still the combo scout at this point, and that's not good having him die there. As we do see Cat Noise is gonna be pushing here with their Uber advantage as catching Mario Mans and possibly Nixia here.
Yeah, as we do see both the soldiers were fighting choke there. They were gonna get a force, but they don't leave in time They don't leave in time before they get caught with that Uber, so they are going to lose Nixia, Mario Mans, and Bacon Blitz, and very, very late, Mur is going to clean up the real wiener here. So looking like a disaster hold for Portland, despite the roster switch-ups, although they have bought a lot of time off the clock. It looks like they are going to... Rain of Light is going to be taking a 1v1 in Shutter, trying to buy spawns for his time on last. Both the scouts doing a little bit of beef here, can't quite hit each other. We are going to see some shots go down, but Murr is going to interrupt the 1v1 and said, hey, I've had enough of this beef.
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing scatterguns.
It's one of the saddest moments when you have two scouts that just can't hit each other, so...
Get the cleanup to help you out.
So, and we are going to see Cat Noises Black, on top of all this, is going to retain an Uber advantage. They've had Uber advantage almost this entire map. Portland is struggling to keep Bacon Blitz, who is now on Medic, alive. As I think now that we have just a moment, we can address the slight roster switches. So we are going to see Rain of Light on Pyro, as we're going to see an Uber into last. Baba's going to be bombing in deep into the Pyro. Pyro's not quite reflecting a lot of the damage. Going to find a little bit of fire damage, but not much else. Going to resupply here, but it looks like a little bit of a disaster Uber here. Oh no, I'm sorry. They are going to clean up all the kills. I got my colors mixed up. Baba is going to get in deep with Anna, and Anna's going to clean up 5 kills to end off that fight, as Cat Noise is going to find their first round.
Yeah, that was a pretty textbook Uber from Cat Noises Black, but Rain of Light on Pyro really wasn't doing much there.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it's one thing to play by like the spawn doors if you have like a sentry gun or a heavy that you're trying to deflect spam from, but a little bit of beef on the rollout here, as the real winner is going to take the walk of shame into mid. As they are going to be going big door. Kind of an interesting roll. They hit one of the scouts go wide. Baba playing a little more standard of a mid this time, just rolling out their side.
Burnsiders actually, going their side, the opposing side here.
Yeah, we actually do have Rain of Light on Sniper for this mid. Gonna find the first pick here, but Portland is down so weak. They're trying to play in big door to try and bait their Sniper. Rain of Light's gonna find a second pick, so it's actually gonna work out for Portland to run the Sniper to mid. Not an uncommon strat, to run a Sniper to mid, but it's a little uncommon on Gully Wash, especially in modern times.
Yeah, in the modern times.
I mean, it used to be a thing way back in the day.
But yeah, you see the sight line is just so big. But if you know a soldier's really not going to bomb that and lose his life for that, then it's just free reign.
Yeah, but Rain of Light was, I think, instantly picked off Gabby in the mid, so not able to coordinate a double bomb and close the space on the Portland. Portland's down so weak, they just need a little bit more cleanup. Baba down really weak, despite the fact they're trying to hold second. But Bacon Blitz did go down in the mid, so Cat Noises once again has Uber Ed. There's a bunch of players so close to the floor here on Portland. Do they know they're going to be trying to negotiate their way through the choke? They are going to lose Anna. Baba's going to trade out for Mario Mans. Baba's going to go. Gabby goes down. So despite the fact that Cat Noises has a huge Uber advantage, they are going to drop 3 players in their combo. Player is going to come in, try and help their medic, but Millie's still going to get forced. They are going to clean up the real winner here before getting Assyria gets body shot, but it looks like they're going to salvage this fight despite the fact that they lost 3 players and got forced. Kind of a poor decision for Portland. They didn't back out enough despite the fact that they had all of those picks and they got the force. They just overstayed their welcome. As now Cat Noises Black once again has Uber advantage after they kill Bacon Blitz, and they're going to be pushing into mid. Once again, staggering players. Millie's going to clean up Anomi, who's now on
chaos
scout.
Going
yeah,
on.
This is the absolute chaos game.
It was just chain feed after chain feed. Burnsiders now down 3 players there. Rain of Light still on Sniper. Nice pick there. And
oh my god,
headshot.
The headshot on the Gabby.
Oh, tries to go for the ultra play there, getting Gabby. But yeah, we have spawners for Burnsiders.
Yeah, so Cat Noises Black though is actually pushing onto second despite the fact that they don't have mid. Serial going down so late. Oh, nice shot from Gabby onto Mario Mans. Pops him up out of the spawn door, hits the shot. As Millie's gonna go down. I was gonna say Portland is spawning on second here as Cat Noises is trying to take space on second despite the fact that nobody capping on mid. So they are gonna lose their medic. They are gonna lose Baba here. They do get a couple constellation prizes in the spawn camp, but at the end of the day, Bacon Blitz is gonna have Uber advantage, but Cat Noises Black is gonna take second.
Yeah, but for how long, you know? Bacon Blitz not really building that well without a scout or a soldier.
No,
actually, we do have a soldier.
But I don't think the soldier, I mean, it looked on the HUD like the soldier was like 200 HP, so I don't think he was actually below the threshold to be hard building.
Yeah, no, he was 300, so I don't think they were hard building at all.
So, I mean, he was healing, but not hard building.
Yeah.
So, again, it's like one of those things, it's during the downtime. So again, it's going back to basics. You got to just really nail down, like, if we're not doing anything, we should be building.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
And despite the fact that Bacon Blitz, I think, had like 25% Uber by the time Millie spawned, I think
good building by them.
I was gonna say, Cat Noises Black is hard building. So what was originally an Uber ad is actually gonna look like Uber disad by the time the Ubers are actually gained. Although it looks like Bacon Blitz is finally now hard building. So it's gonna be even Ubers here. Cat Noises Black is up 1-0 though, and as we talked about, Gully Wash can be a really slow map. And if they do decide to slow down the game, they do have that round in the back pocket. They can kind of take some risks, you know, throw a player in, maybe take the SVS, Rain of Light again on Sniper. Gonna find a pick in River. Gabby goes down once again. As Rain of Light is actually gonna make their way out of River, survives that. Gonna be charging up a shot. Syria goes down, so there's 2 players down for the side of Cat.
Was that a trap or was that spam stickies?
I'm not 100% sure. Is Mur down so weak in the starter, able to jump away, waiting for an arrow on the point,
Wiener
not getting
just eats
healed.
a fat trap there.
Yeah, Wiener eats a lot of damage in the shutter, as we are going to see an exchange for Cat Noises Black. Interesting decision from Portland to not. Oh, they are going to drop their demo.
Yeah, I think Rain of Light got in that, which kind of messed that up.
Brings off a headshot.
Yeah, does get a headshot. It is paying off. If he can just get the med there, but he's getting chipped by the scout underneath the window.
Yeah, so I was going to say, it was an interesting decision for them to pop the Uber to save the sniper, because a sniper doesn't really do much in exchange. He does ring off one headshot in that post fight, but it's one of those questions like, is that really worth it in the long term? They do have Anomi on last with the Sentry, and Sentry gun is going to go down, so we are going to see a scrappy DM fight here on last. Pressure on the point. Anomi again trying to pressure out the players in main, as Cat Noise is going to be going down. Not able to get healed. Their medic got pressured out main and ended up being alone as the rest of the players went in. Portland with the defensive advantage of the high ground on the point, able to clean up all the players. Millie does make it out though, so a small consolation prize, and Bacon Blitz once again goes down. Portland is really struggling to keep Bacon Blitz on this map and Anomi on the last map alive.
Yeah, with Millie being alive there with the 60% ad, the 30% ad, excuse me. And yeah, this prompts Burnsiders still to. They're kind of playing it slow with Rain of Light on Sniper. So we'll just have to wait to see if he's able to pick some important class here. But this is Uber's very close here, as Anna is going to walk through choke and walk all over Rain of Light there. As they're just popping it through, they're bullying these people out.
Bacon Blitz goes down again. Yeah. Baba has been the hero for Cat Noises Black. Like every single time that like one of these scenarios, like these fights break out, Baba's just in there. He's just bombing in and finding the kills. Baba gets another two. They're gonna be spawn camping on last. They never popped. I thought they popped Uber there.
Yeah, no Uber has been popped.
Oh no!
Oh no! Bacon Blitz just walks right into that trap.
Yeah, and they have two soldiers at the other spawn door. That is a dominant. That was essentially a dry push on the second from Cat Noises Black.
Well, that was a wipe to a dry push.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, they had the Uber ad, but they just like walked into second and wiped them, and they never had to pop their Uber.
All right, we're going to have to see what happens this mid here, as Red Light's still on Sniper.
I guess this is good if the game slows down, but Gullywash is one of those games where, like, especially when they
sack the soldiers. They've been doing good on mids, but like afterwards has not been going so well. As we see, Cat Noises Black is going to go up their side here. Rain of Light is going to get Baba, so that's a good pick. But 2 for the price of 1 is not really looking that good.
Yeah, they lose both their soldiers. It's a little difficult to play on this bid if you're going to be trying to play around a sniper. Rain of Light's going to get cleaned up. Bacon Blitz trying to make his way into last. Both soldiers chasing in Shutter.
This is
going to give the first soldier the wiggle, but they're going to be into last. They are going to clean it up. Baba is down, so they only have the 2 soldiers to try and spawn camp here. 2 players are out on the left. They are both going to get cleaned up. Anna claims 2 free kills based off the damage of Gabby.
For the sacrifice.
Yeah. And that is a super late, I mean, that's essentially a combo down. I mean, they have 2 scouts and a soldier, but they're not even trying to get an off-class up on last. I mean, they're just scrambling to try and find something. Scout rushing in River.
No idea.
Mur is actually going to jump into a bad situation. They're trying to chase Rain of Light, but Rain of Light is actually going to make it out. So, but once again, Millie with Uber at Bacon Blitz went down again.
So, you know, disadvantage here. This is pretty much full Uber for the side of Cat Noises, but they are losing a lot of players in lobby here. Rain of Light able to pick up Gabby here, as well as Merv from before, but now they.
But the picks go the other way.
Yeah.
They get 2 soldier picks, but then the scouts on Portland try to get a little frisky in lobby, and they end up finding.
Wow, we have a solo Uber going on here too.
I mean, with how good Baba's Ubers have been, I don't even blame him, to be honest. Baba's Ubers in the last have been obese, to say the least.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not looking obese this time, as they do lose that push there, with Bacon Blitz having the 75 or 70 ad here.
So, and Portland should be able to push out here. There's a bunch of spawns coming in from Cat Noises, but the longer they lay, the scrappier this is going to get with people being able to get into position. They do see a soldier in Big Door is isolated. They're going to see a 1v1 from the soldier. Nixia opting to help bomb choke rather than try and help their soldier through Big Door, but both soldiers going to opt to leave, decide that it is not worth it to trade their lives. So Mario Man's going to go back to resupply here, as the rest of the team is going to go forward. We do see Uber advantage for Portland. This is one of the few times we've seen it. There's a soldier above choke we can see in the spectator
camp. Yeah, they just got to clear the traps here.
Clear traps, they got to see both soldiers. Oh no! Whoa. I believe that was a pipe across the map or some stickies from Baba, and then a rocket. Hardly any time to react there. Bacon Blitz from 150 to 0 real quick.
Yeah, let's just see what the rest of the team does to salvage for the med here. Mario Mans is going to go down, As we just have the real wiener. I don't know where he is.
He's in drop down. Oh
yeah.
no! He's able to take down Mur as a consolation prize, but dies to his own self damage. Anna's going to be in here with the Uber, going to clean up Anomi, and it's just Bacon Blitz. Bacon Blitz is actually in Shutter. He's going to be catchable here. Super alone. Oh, they don't opt to chase that.
Yeah,
I think Anna recognized it.
Bow off on the mid.
Yeah. So, and Millie's actually going to get forced in lobby here by Reyna Light. Reyna Light getting a force, but is it really worth it? They're going to get so much positioning here on the top right and the last.
It was a smart play, but like the rest of this team was not out just yet. But this is looking like it's kind of stabilizing here. But we do have a scout who was overextended, and Mario Man's also going down. As Demo Man finally doing his traps. This is
yeah, but now the pressure comes in on the point. Real Wiener not able to stabilize. Anna getting all of the cap time here, and Portland not able to stabilize on the last. That's one of those things, like, it is so hard to tell in like the moment, like, if that's a good play to go for or not, because like my gut feeling was that it was not, because you know they get all the positioning on the top right and you're down a player for the DM fight.
It was because they spent so much time focusing him there.
Yeah, but the focus fire in the end better for Cat Noises Black, so they are able to capitalize despite the fact that it was maybe a bad situation for them. As we are going to see Baba once again making some interesting choices coming into mid.
He is kind of slow.
That is a strange rollout I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'll say that too as a demo main.
Yeah.
We do have soldiers on Burnsiders going down pretty low, but Nixie is going to be the first to go down. As yeah, it's just Cat Noises have better heals
good shot
here.
from Gabby.
Yeah. And it's just absolute chaos as everyone gets wiped.
Yeah,
not a single player gone.
Portland ate so much spam early. I don't know if you're watching the health bars on Portland, but both their soldiers were down to like 50 HP before the mid really even began. And so, and I mean, Gully Wash is one of the maps, like, spam is really important, especially your soldiers on these mids are really important, whether it's coordinating double bomb, spamming, going up, drop down, there are so many options. Nixie is going to go down to the trap. To Baba once again. We talked about Baba in the pregame, had some nasty traps. I've been victim to a few of them playing against them in this tournament. And once again,
nasty trap there. As we do have an engineer and sniper here. They are going to pop Uber. Reyna Light still focusing that demo. Actually going to go for the soldier, does miss the shot. As
opts to stay on sniper despite the fact that the team is already in. They're getting pressure on the point. The fight is getting scrappy. They're getting so much cap time.
Wow. Burnsider had a lot of early picks there, but it's just crumbled afterwards.
Yeah, I was going to say they air shot the demo to kind of like stall them in the air. I don't know if that was a pipe. I believe it was a pipe from the Real Wiener that was able to hit Baba in the air. I just don't let that Uber, but I just don't think they switched off their off classes. I mean, the round ended and Nomi was still on engineer despite the fact that I think the gun had already gone down, and Reyna Light was on sniper basically till the end there, so they just need to get off those off classes. The Real Wiener going to be bombing in, taking a page out of Baba's. Oh my god, he does get air piped,
yeah.
Oh, almost eats another pipe, goes down to the spam for Mur following up. Reyna Light once again going to find a body shot early in this mid, but Serial and Baba are going to claim kills of their own. Gabby's going to get up in there, find so much damage, but there's no follow-up from their team. They have such a huge advantage. Cat Noise is very slow to follow up on that damage. Reyna Light is going to get caught out and Shutter, sneaked off by the rest of his team. Millie is standing in the sniper's sidelines. It's going to taunt! Oh, goes for the body shot onto Baba, but that was a real dangerous situation for Millie, deciding to taunt in front of a sniper. That's BM. I mean, they have him on serious point here.
Yeah, as we see Cat Noise is Black, we do see Wiener getting a nice trap kill on the Serial and by Shutter. So that's 2 down. So it's not looking like Cat Noise is going to be doing too much very soon, as Portland also has the U-Bird.
Yes, I was going to say Bacon Blitz actually survived this mid. One of the things that I've mentioned a couple times now, Bacon Blitz on this map has gone down in a lot of the team fights, but making the wise decision to leave with the Scout and the Sniper there after they lost all their projectiles.
And Nixie is going to go down from roaming in lobby there as Anna, or no, that's Mur. Mur and Gabby are both going into water there.
They are going to be trying to pressure the point. The lack of a soldier means it's really difficult to get a player in on the point. The Real Winner is going to get Mur. Other soldier going to come down to contest. Not a lot of cap time gained. I like the idea from Portland. They had the right idea knowing, or I like the idea from Cat Noises. I'm sorry. They had the right idea knowing that they had to pick onto Nixia and that Portland was down a soldier, and it makes it really hard to contest both the doorways and the point. But not able to capitalize there. Good shutdown for Portland.
Yeah, and as we see that, Portland is going to go upriver, but they do lose their scout early, especially because Reyna Light is on Pyro, so they're down.
Oh, Nixia goes down again!
Yeah, Nixia just getting caught every time.
And it looks like we're going to see another Uber into last year. Anna and Baba going to take this one in. They're going to get an exchange here on the top right. Soldier's going to go down. Mario Mans get dropped by his medic. Reyna Light still on Pyro. I think this is a bit of a mistake. Chasing into main. The player on the point, though. Anna's on the point. Oh, they are going to barely clean that one up. The spawns are going to come in just in time for Portland.
Yeah, that was looking very scary with Rain of Light pushing that solo Uber into the players there, especially being 4-0 and on last. You can't really do that.
Yeah, but Reyna Light's going to continue to play Pyro. Reyna Light is just playing everything but Scout at this point. I can't blame him. Scout is really difficult on this map. It can be very difficult. Questionable decision on the flare gun, though, to be honest. The squirt shot and the detonator, both clear stickies, which are a very valuable asset on this map, as we've talked about time and time again, and being able to clear them with those two things. Syrio and Gabby are going to go down trying to get in onto Bacon Blitz. They are going to get a consolation prize. Bacon Blitz is going to go down, though. Baba's going to find the finishing him off. That's tragic. Oh, it was looking so good for Portland. They were able to get the pick on the flank. They were able to get a pick out of Anna, but not able to protect Bacon Blitz once again, and Millie's going to have almost full ad here, 60 ad again.
Yeah, and Cat Noises, they're just going to back up, wait for the players to respawn, and start walking it pretty soon into mid. We're just going to have to see what the Burnsiders do to either get a force or potentially a few picks.
Yeah, and I'm really questioning the decision to be on Pyro here. Like, what does the Pyro really accomplish? It's one of those very close-range classes, and, you know, it's really difficult to do anything. Mur through drop down, completely unspotted, going to get a free bomb onto the real winner, going to bomb away. Gets sync rocketed away. Mur gonna get cleaned up by Mario Mans. Mario Mans, though, gonna get cleaned up on the other side. No, the Soldier does not chase. As we are gonna see a back cap coming in, though, there is a Nomi behind, but Syrio looks like he's coming back to try and stop. Decides to get the little health back. Gonna be, barely be able to get in and touch. Yeah. Able to clean out. Nomi was so weak. That was a difficult fight for them to even try and take.
Burnsiders threw their whole team at that.
Yeah, Bacon Blitz does live, but Bacon Blitz decides to try and stay and choke, despite the fact that they are still on 50% Uber Red. Rainlight is going to get a force, but it looks like Bacon Blitz is getting fought in lobby, going to barely make it away.
Yeah, it's for the better good that Bacon Blitz, as you were saying, he just knows when to leave.
But I think now that they've finally flushed that out as a team, Baba is going to claim Anomi once again.
Baba is just wrecking house right now.
Yeah, Baba is the difference maker right now. But Bacon Blitz isn't getting out with anybody, so despite the fact that, you know, they got the force and everything, and Bacon Blitz getting so much damage by main, 45 HP, 24 HP in secret. There's pressure on the point. They don't quite have this Uber 85%. It's gonna not get their Uber off.
But this could? Yeah, this is very holdable from Burnsiders here as they play together.
Mario Mans did get 3. Anomi's going to come off the spawn, clean up Baba, cleans up Mur with the help of Rain of Light. Mario Man's able to salvage that for team, able to get 2 kills, and then gets a posthumous rocket off to clean up 3 for that hold for Portland. As we do see them trying to push out. Again, Rain of Light continuing to play Pyro. I'm not sure about this decision. It allows you to try and deflect this bit. Oh, we're going to see the counter Pyro. We're going to see some Pyro on Pyro gameplay.
Yeah, with the Dragon's Fury versus the stock.
Oh, Rain of Light just threw! Just kills Baba, but it looks like the Dragon's Fury, along with the help from Anna, able to clean up. Gonna find so much damage in this choke point is Gabby. Gabby's gonna claim off the real wiener. Anna and Syrio are both gonna claim 1 more, as this is gonna be Anomi and Nixia trying to find any consolation prize here on mid.
And Mur just fighting without heals, despite that scout having a buff there.
Yeah, I mean, they have him on serious point. You have to be playing confident if you're Cat Noises.
We just have Rain of Light here on last with a huge spawn wave coming up behind him here. It was good
Syrio doesn't notice the Pyro in main. Gonna hit the flare shots on him, but he's actually gonna pick up the health pack. So Syrio is actually gonna make it out. That's miraculous. I'm surprised nobody tried to cut them off at that doorway.
Yeah, he missed that one flare there. As we see Cat Noises here.
Syrial's in water, I think completely unspotted. They are gonna get some time on the point.
No. Oh, okay. It's probably going to win this, it looks like.
Yeah, but again, after they lose both soldiers, though, Mario Mans and Rain of Light going down here.
Cat Noises is going to use.
Nixia down so weak. They need to get some pressure on the point, and they already have so much cap time. Nixia's going to go down, not able to cycle through spawn. Real Winner's going to get cleaned up, and that is going to be another 5-0. I mean, this time there was a little bit of back and forth on Gully Wash. I mean, it took them, what, 21 minutes to win that map?
Yeah, that was definitely a fight that the Burnsiders had. You know?
It did
find their way.
I mean, from an unbiased third party, it did look better, right?
Yeah,
there was a lot of the fights that, you know, they were getting some consolation prizes in, or even winning some of the fights. And even near the end, they were like, you know, trying to snowball fights where they're having their medic live and they were generating Uber advantages, trying like, you know, turn a 1-point swing into a 2-point swing, but not able to capitalize in the end. It does feel better for them, and you can kind of see the difference, like why that's their map pick versus Snakewater. But in the end, still not able to quite put it together enough to get around.
Right. I mean, it's just better. But it wasn't enough, unfortunately, and the Burnsiders have been eliminated from this tournament.
Yes, so I believe that puts Cat Noises Black playing the Kyle Flet experience in the lower bracket round 2 for tomorrow.
Yep,
right?
That'll be tomorrow, yep.
So it'll be interesting to see how they do going forward, because, I mean, this LAN with only 6 teams, I feel like there was some pretty definitive tiers where it's like you have like the top 2 teams, there's like the middle 2 teams, and then there was like the bottom 2 teams, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, it was pretty clear in groups that, like, you know, the teams kind of have like pretty specific spots, and like it's pretty clear like who plays who. But there were some closer matches. I mean, like we only beat the what team did we barely beat? We beat one team 1-0.
The Kyle Flet.
The Kyle Flet
Yeah,
experience.
that
So-
one, well, it was 2-0. But yeah.
Yeah, 2-0.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things that's like, you know, it's really can like the teams like find the really put it together enough, because I think almost every single team
every
here,
team has a gimmick.
yeah,
You know?
and it's like, can you find out what works for you, right? And can you really put together that chemistry? It's also like, you know, it's LAN. Like, as much as we talked about like mentality and nerves are kind of a thing, it's also you get some players that kind of just pop off on LAN, you know?
Yeah. And the other thing too is if your player decides to dodge
Yeah.
at a certain point at LAN once you're here, you know, what do you do about that?
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see, because Millie is actually on the Kyle Flight experience.
Yeah, so
I actually think it is a huge advantage for the Kyle Flight experience going forward, because now they
they're
understand.
down a player, yeah.
I would say, well, not that they're down a player, but you know exactly how Cat Noise's Black plays.
Right. Well,
know-
they're also down a medic, which is really important
Yes.
as well. So
But I also feel like that's one of the easiest players to sub out on a team, you know? Like,
Yeah, I guess.
I think a great example of that in Invite is like a G6, right?
Yeah.
They have played with Skis, Zilly, and Logai now, and I think is one of those things that's it's very quick to slot in a medic into a team that has like pre-existing chemistry. And I mean, Cat Noises, for the most part, has had the same roster at LAN, right? Whereas, like, I mean, Portland's, they're still really trying to figure it out. I mean,
yeah.
it's one of those things that's like, you can tell the idea is there, it's just they got to really figure out, like, exactly what their bread and butter is, you know? Is it taking a soldier in on more Ubers? Is it,
Yeah,
you know?
as I said, every team's got their gimmicks.
Yeah, so it's really just figuring out how to put it together. Whereas, I mean, Cat Noises has a little more put together. They're really working on the, you know, the C and D. They got, you know, their A and B down. They're really working on the next couple steps here.
C&D, yeah.
So, but it is sad to see Portland go out. Fortunately, our friends at 503 are going home.
But they do go home with a badge though, an in-game badge.
Yes.
For those who attended.
So, is there badges for this tournament?
Yep. There is.
Sweet.
Yeah. Put that on the wall.
Yeah, I put it on my fridge.
Yeah.
Get
I
my,
have all my logs
Get
on
my
my
smart fridge. Put on my TF2 items on my fridge.
I have all my logs on my fridge.
Yeah. Print them out. Make sure my mom's proud of me.
Yeah.
I don't live with my mom, but
You do now.
I do now.
You better be proud of you.
Am I expecting a phone call or something? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. So we will see Cat Noises Black play the Kyle Flood experience, and I actually think that's probably, to me, the most interesting matchup at this LAN.
Yeah.
You know, after seeing all the teams play in groups, I think that was like to me, I thought the Kyle Flood experience and Cat Noises Black were like the two rosters. Like, I really don't know where to place these teams. Like, I kind of had like a good gauge, like based on the other teams. Like, you know, 503 is most of a team in RGL. The other team seemed to be picking
Well,
up.
I feel like a G6 is just more, you know, just pug players, kind of like us. Yeah, our team.
So, I mean, but G6 is like a very known quantity. I mean, you have, you know, 2/3 of a team that is currently first seed going into invite playoffs in RGL. So, I mean, they're a very known quantity, and it's not like they took big downgrades. I mean, to replace Soapy Meister and
Logai. Yeah.
they have Habib and AIM. So it's not like they're subbing out some, you know, they're picking up like, oh, you know, are these players like talented? No, they're very known quantities. Like, AIM's one invite with Froyo before. I mean, Habib, there's no introduction needed for that man. If you don't know who Habib is and you play TF2, you might be living under a rock. And you probably don't play TF2. But yeah, I think like G6 and then like Zone 6, I mean, as much as we're kind of boomers, like, you know, a lot of us have that like invite I would say a lot of us have that invite experience. I think the only person on our team who doesn't have some invite experience is Krajan. So again, more known quantities, but it's really like these next two teams for like that third, fourth place kind of vibe, right? It's like Cat Noises Black and the Kyle Flood experience. It's like, where do they really place, you know? So, I mean, there's some wild cards on that team, like Wild Rumpus, the lock and load.
The lock and load. I will say, for a player who has a gimmick, lock and load is always like an interesting one. Lock and load and loose cannon, I love.
As much as people talk smack about the lock and load, I genuinely think there are a few situations in the game where it's straight up an upgrade, where like you can just outrage another demo. So it'll be interesting to see, like I said, those two teams play tomorrow. So they will play in the lower bracket round 2 first thing tomorrow.
As well as us. Well, with that, we should...
I was going to say, we can talk about the other side of the bracket in the winner's side. You know, not to brag, but we'll see Zone 6, which will feature the two of us playing like a G6 in the upper bracket for a spot in the finals. So 4 teams left. 2 teams had to go home today. We will see 3 more teams go home tomorrow.
A lot to come tomorrow, yeah.
Yes, it'll be.
And that is it for today as well.
Yes, this is the last game for today. So send 2 teams home today. The action will pick up at 11 a.m. tomorrow, right?
I think. I don't know. I'm not my team leader.
I've got to just been showing up to things.
I've just been waking up and here to play.
Since I got the microphone and we're on broadcast, I'm gonna call them out. Since it's Cat Noises Black in the first game tomorrow, if they're the ones getting casted, it might not start at 11.
Might be till later.
So
throwing shade. I'm not the one throwing shade.
I'm throwing shade. I'm calling you guys out.
This is recorded, and I'm going to ship it on an airplane, and hopefully it doesn't fall out of the sky.
I'm going to shoot down that airplane. So, all right, I think that's
a wrap
all.
from us.
That's a wrap from us.
This is probably
we're
all
saying
we're going to
nothing
see
productive.
from us.
I do want to give a quick round of shout outs to our sponsors, though. So you'll see them across the bottom of our stream throughout the broadcast. We have Juniper Networks, got Monster Energy, Circle K, Intel, and of course DreamHack.
Wow, you remembered that.
Yeah.
I did not.
Look at that.
Yeah, there you go. Right here.
Yeah, right here, right below us. So shout out to all of our sponsors for the event. Yeah, and I believe that with this win, Cat Noise is Black is in the money.
Yeah, I think it's top 4 that gets the
top 4.
prize pool
So
for this.
they'll be playing, not only for pride, because I think that's why everybody plays TF2 lands,
yeah,
right?
At this
you
point,
gotta play for the money. If you're playing for the money, you might be psycho. But they are in the money, so they won't get a placement medal. You got to win one more game, and they'll have to beat the Kyle Flood experience tomorrow to get that nice shiny 3rd place or 2nd place or even 1st place medal.
Yeah,
I don't want to count teams out, but like I said, I feel like the teams are decently decided. So
Habib might get arrested. Who knows? You gotta check Twitter.
That's a lot.
Yeah. All right. With that, I think that's a wrap for us today. I don't know what's
quick
going
round of
on.
shout-outs. I want to quickly have a quick round of shout-outs to the people who are doing production for this land. Shout out to all our people on production, right? Got our producer dabbing. You guys can't see them, but we can see them.
Yeah,
They've been giving us hand signals.
Always here, Console. I know from every other land.
Yeah.
I are also doing great work.
Yeah,
as well as Dr. Happiness.
Yeah, shout out to Dr. Happiness.
Especially
to keep it all together. And then shout out to Nina, the tournament organizer as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to all those people, because without them, you would not have a land with a broadcast or land at all. So shout out to all of them. Other than that, shout out to Zone 6.
Shout out to Jamon. I always do it.
And of course, since I've got the microphone, I got to shout out my boy Brando. You know who you are. So I think that's all from us and Essentials.tf for today. This has been the continued coverage of DreamHack Atlanta. We won't see you tomorrow. Somebody will see you tomorrow. I don't know what the casting
we'll
is.
see you tomorrow.
You'll see us tomorrow. We won't see you.
There you go.
So I think that's all we got. So thanks to everybody for watching, and come back tomorrow at 11 Eastern time for continued action. Peace.
All right.